Almost jam-packed crowd inside the Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City. Mulibog and Panglinan with Coach Christian Luanzon at courtside. We have Miss Mika Abesamis. And if you're just tuning in, Pasay was down by as many as 25 points in the first half. In fact, they shot 1 out of 18 from beyond the arc in the first 2 quarters. But J.R. Chavez hitting the game-tying free at less than 10 seconds left in the fourth to force overtime. And Pasay with this possession, a chance to take the lead for the very first time in this ball game. Cyrus Tabi makes his move. Both teams in penalty, but Tabi committed a traveling violation.
That was an interesting call, but turnover nonetheless para kay Cyrus Tabi. So both teams starting the first possession in OT with a turnover. Here's the drive, there's the help. Yeah.
Just the very first turnover though against Cyrus Tabi in this game. So Orlan Wamar with JC Culyar, Dexter Marquez, Raul Soyod, and AC Soberano. AC had 9 of his 18 points in the fourth quarter. Soyod is free inside. Nice feed from Orlan Wamar.
Just the defense in the backside caught ball watching, because that was a lob pass by Wamar. The backside, I believe, was Daryl Manliquez. Maybe had a chance to disrupt that pass. And nonetheless, first 2 points of the fourth quarter goes to San Juan, care of Soyod.
Tabi fakes.
Overtime, sorry.
Manliquez for the lead.
That's way off.
Marquez, the rim run.
Tapped out.
Oh, wait a minute. Nalito lang. Wala pa rin ang San Juan. I mean, it's a minute detail at this point, but I just have to mention it. Every time I and Coach Christian Luanzon are here in Palayan City, always a close game.
Yeah, middle name namin, overtime eh. Pagpasok pa lang ng toll gate, papasok ng Nueva Ecija. Nagbabago na yung birth certificate. Manliquez! Dire-diretso!
Ito si Daryl Manliquez. Naitabla na ang lamang. Naitabla na ang laban rather. 79 all. Curious decision though by Coach Alex of inserting 2 point guards in this overtime period, Culyar and Orlan Wamar.
Probably to match up against the 2 guards also of Chavez Jr. and Manliquez, but Soberano. He's had the hot hand since the start of the fourth. Beautiful passing by Pasay. Manliquez to Coronel to Soriano.
Isa ang lamang ng San Juan, 82-81. AC Soberano though, 21 points, 7 triples. Dangerous pass. Soyod natapik. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Soberano, catch and shoot free. It's short. Marquez, the offensive rebound, gives it up to Orlan Wamar. Wamar turns the corner. Skip pass, Culyar. His turn of a 3. Still no go.
That's a shot you want to give up if you're Pasay. And here's Pasay. What a pass!
Manliquez, the fake, the basket plus the foul. Pasay takes their first lead of the ball game.
Just a beautiful second feed to Manliquez on the run by your big man. Look at that pass. The fake, the foul, the 3-point play. Now Pasay really feeling themselves right now.
If you remember, Daryl Manliquez was part of that team with Cebu where they fingered in a close game with San Juan. That was the very first game of San Juan in the 7th season of the Mpbl. It was here in Palayan City and they fell short with that Dennis Santos miss. But here he is trying to redeem himself on a different team at that. And higher stakes, game 1 here in the first round. Pasay with a 2-point lead in overtime, 84-82.
Well, you started that sentence with, if you remember, I'm going to start mine. I don't. So thanks for explaining everything. Gamboa back in with a fade.
Malakas.
Wala.
Manliguez grabs the rebound. Chance to extend the lead for the Pasay Voyagers.
Well, this would be, if this game slips away from San Juan, a monumental collapse in the playoffs after that lead of 25.
Salenga. The pass outside. Chavez. Too strong. And also, very important to note, Pasay has yet to win a playoff game in the Mpbl. They've made the playoffs 3 times. They were swept by their opposition in all of those playoff series, including San Juan back in the Lacan Cup.
So sumasandal sila doon sa sikat na kasabihan. There's always a first time. Tingnan natin kung ito yung magiging first time nila in their 5 seasons out of the 7 here in the Mpbl. Getting that first playoff win.
Kala ko may frozen reference kayo.
Wala.
For Pasay. I mean,
Well, anytime you wear, pink jerseys all throughout the year, it deserves some sort of a first time. Diba? Next to ano yan eh, next to red, diba? Ang red, love, diba? Pink, close to it.
2 seconds left on the shot clock for Pasay. Baseline inbound, Manliguez lobs it up. Sanko does not recognize the shot clock, puts it up anyway, and Soyot clears it for San Juan. Wamar only has 8 points. He will drive, and he gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up for Orlan Wamar.
Foul number 45, Christian Pajarito, his second.
If you're Pasay, you gotta find a way in the next possession, offensive possessions coming up against San Juan.
Shooting 2,
Find a way for Orlan Wamar to give up the basketball and at the same time containing the other guys, because Orlan Wamar has done a splendid job of finding open teammates off kickouts, especially Soberano on his outside shots. Now, he is not in double figures in terms of assist. He does have 5, but also has 6 turnovers. But if Pasay could find a way, again, para mag-give up ni Wamar yung bola and not giving up open shots on the kickout, I think they would have a really good chance of stealing this game after being down by 25 points.
Tabla ulit, 84 all. Manliguez with a basketball against AC Soberano. Pajarito, quick free. Not even close.
Kung pinulikat si Pajarito. He's holding on to his right calf.
Arvin Gamboa up top against Mark Sanko. Wamar, free for a free. Off the heel, rebound Mark Sanko.
Oh, the defense of Pasay fortunate that time, giving up an open shot to San Juan's number 1 player.
Manliguez lost it though. Under a minute left here in the first overtime period. Oh,
Well, he had to give up the foul because Pajarito in pain, holding on to his left calf.
yeah, he's played 33 minutes, 20 points, 6 rebounds.
My question is, what are the other 4 doing? Because he was already in pain, possession prior. Now, nung pagbaba nila ng opensa, because how Manliguez pushed the basketball from the backcourt to the front, that's a good no call para hindi into yung play. Kasi I don't think Pajarito was on the floor yet.
Yeah.
But for him also to give up that foul. But anyway,
Missing the front end of his free throws, no, Orlan Wamar.
uncharacteristically, especially in the clutch. Itong si Orlan Omar to miss a free throw.
Coming into this game, shooting 81.3% from the line. Wow, back-to-back misses.
Oh!
But Soriano, unable to secure the rebound. Much to the chagrin of Coach Marlon Martin, who has his hands up on the bench.
Because he thought he got fouled. Well, let's see if they can make a big stop here or if San Juan can take the lead. What a block by Soriano.
He makes up for that miscue. 38 seconds to go. Pasay with a basketball.
No need to foul if you're San Juan. Babalik pa ang bola sa inyo as long as you get a stop and secure the defensive rebound. Chavez Jr. wants this.
Yeah, you can sense it. Chavez can shake off Gamboa though. Manliguez with 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up for 3. It will roll out. Chavez grabs the offensive rebound. He will pull it back out. About a 5-second differential between shot and game clock.
Gusto talaga ni Chavez eh.
Way off though. 9 seconds left. Sanko deflects it out of bounds and it will stay with San Juan.
Timeout sila.
Tense moments here in overtime.
I'm just so happy they didn't decide to review that. Okay? Because clearly the last touch was Emerson Oreta. Akala ko i-review pa nila.
Timeout San Juan. Let's listen in to Coach Alex.
Ginawa natin last time. Ikaw to. Corner lang ako. Okay. At saka na lang. Okay. Sigay. Baka yan, i-deny. Pwede ka mag-fake handoff. Okay, dito ka pumunta. Pero bigay natin kay Wami. Wami. 6 seconds yan ha, mga baba yan ha. Drive hard. Okay, roll. And pop. Roll and pop. Okay. Pare, sa atin to. Away, ha. Away. Babalik mo lang kay Wami, ha? Okay, sorry. Bigay. Balik mo kay Wami. Tapos sa screen text. No illegal screen, ha? Downhill. Okay. Diyan ka na lang, ha? Mag-backdoor ka. Pwede.
All right, 6.4 seconds left. Last time out for the Knights. Pasay still has one more.
Do you sense something like a deja vu here? Because tulad ng pinakita no, ng ating production team kanina, this was exactly the case. What was that? 2-3 months ago?
5 months ago.
5 months ago with a game winner. Wamar has the basketball now.
1 second left. And Silas Tabi almost got it in. Not sure if it would have counted had it gone in. But man, we need 5 more minutes, Coach Chris.
I mean, it's the playoffs, so you can't complain. But a better job defending. It looked to be the same action that led to the game winner by Wamar to Maikes. The only difference was the 2-man game coverage. 5 months ago, Wamar was able to escape and make a drop pass for the game-winning layup by Maikes. Ulit ng pinakita natin, a different story in the last play defensively. Pasay and San Juan, look yung sinabi mo, 5 more extra minutes.
Oh man, the Novo Encijanos have an early treat. A great appetizer for our main attraction tonight. Later on, JV Marcelino and the rest of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards will defend their home court kalaban ng Pangasinan Heatwaves. Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes, Head of Security Rudy Distrito, Head of Operations Emer Oreta. And,
3 former players, you know, sanay na sa mga overtime na yung tatlong yun. Whether as an executive now or as former players back in their heyday. But we start the third quarter. with Pasay getting the first possession and the first turnover. Wamar will be fouled.
That's a hard foul.
Yeah, and a hard fall too.
Chavez and was that Coronel giving chase?
Yeah.
Omar still down. As he was 2 steps ahead of J.R. Chavez.
Well, from live play, the fall was hard. Let's see if the cause was, on the face. This is going to be an unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah.
But I don't think Coronel was going for the head. I thought he was trying to go for the ball. It just so happened.
AJ Coronel is third.
It's a normal foul.
Just regular foul, yeah. Because there was no wind-up.
Yeah.
There's usually a wind-up if you're trying to go anything except the ball. It just so happened na medyo behind siya, no? At tumama yung kanyang elbow sa ulo ni Wamar. But nonetheless, it's good to see Wamar stand up, take the free throws. What's not good is missing his 3rd straight free throw after he missed 2. Those 2 crucial free throws in the first overtime.
More than Wamar, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. It's been a struggle for him, both from the field and from the line. But hits the back end of that. Manligues comes back in for J.R. Chavez. Farito still on the bench. Manligues is joined by Mark Sanco, Cyrus Tabi, Jopet Soriano, and AJ Coronel. Manligues still with a rock. Spins. In trouble. Sanco got blocked by Aldrich Ramos. Panganiban in stride. Can't finish. Quickly on the other side, Coronel gives it back out to Daryl Manligues. Now Cyrus Tabi getting a touch of the basketball against AC Soberano. The shoulder by Aldrich Ramos. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Tabi kick out. Manligues, another 3-point attempt. Not even close. And Pasay missing their shots here in the second overtime. Wamar, 3-point shot, no good. Tabi puts his head down. Goes up strong but fails to finish. Coach Vic hot on the sidelines. He thought it was off Aldrich Ramos.
We're asking for a review, and I'm not sure if they can do this, no, because not only how they reacted, but everybody's pretty much on the floor right now.
They could still challenge. In fact, they use it here. This is gonna be a big call.
Right? Obviously, when you're in the playoffs, maraming emotion, no? Pero tingnan natin, no? Yung mangyayari dito sa review ng mga officials natin.
Upon review, the challenge was successful.
It's a successful challenge. So it will stay with Pasay. Was it because it went out of bounds before it hit AJ Coronel? So that was the call made by our officials.
Well, a good job of challenging, obviously. Nasa tamang angulo sila, so nakita nila, no, na last touch itong San Juan. I thought they were fortunate, though, as a foul will be called on Soberano. I thought Pasay was fortunate that they weren't called for a technical or at least a warning because of how they reacted. Usually you get something out of that. But then again, moving forward, Manligues is going to end up at the line. Let's see No, if he has enough ice in his veins to make two and take the lead.
Darren Rodriguez.
Daryl Manliguez prior to this game actually has yet to make a free throw. And he misses.
Did you say prior to this game?
Yeah. 0%.
Out of?
Let's see. But so far, it's 2 out of 4. But 2 big misses at the line. But it will stay with Pasay. Lucky break for the Voyagers.
Not enough ice right there, but enough water to retain possession, if that makes any sense.
Binalik na rin si Jasper
Yeah.
Salenga.
Once again, there is a referee substitution.
As they were able to get a hand in, deflect the potential defensive rebound for San Juan. Ngayon, mananatili yung bola sa kanila.
Manliguez, pinasaan si Jopet Soriano.
They missed Jasper Salenga. I thought Manliquez. Salenga was wide open. His man fell down. Ayun, sinasabi niya, bumagsak na yung tao ko. But this is one guy, Jasper Salenga, feels like has yet to touch the basketball for 2 overtimes, really.
Yeah. Salenga, only 9 points. Tabi catches against Orlan Wamar. 7 seconds left on their shot clock. Tabi tries to wiggle free. Nice pass. Manliguez for free. It's a long 2-point shot for Darren Manliguez. His foot on the line. And Pasay reclaims the lead, 86-85.
Mas gusto ang field goal kaysa sa free throw. Nonetheless, Pasay, as you mentioned, takes the lead after that jumper.
Wamar. Tabi in front of him. Marquez.
Not a fan of that shot.
Yeah, as soon as he released it, you
Still a-
knew it was a miss.
Had a lot of time on the clock. You were not really open. Let's see if San Juan can get a big stop right here. What does Pasay have?
They want to space out the floor for Darren Manliguez. Oh, what a shot fake. Manliguez draws closer, gets it back. Salenga reloads, got fouled by Nico Panganiban while taking a 3.
Feels like San Juan is in a state of shock right now. Yung nakikita natin nung first half sa kanila, especially on the defensive end, of how aggressive they were, of how they were securing defensive rebounds. Not that time. They give the second opportunity, the kick out, close out, undisciplined, landing spot clearly. The consequence, 3 free throws. Salenga, let's see if he can make up for the 2 misses of Manliquez previously. He doesn't.
Big misses at the line for both teams.
Pero may dalawa pa siya.
Pasay 12 out of 21.
Soyo checks in. That would put Gamboa at the 3 spot. So malaki ang lineup, no, to address yung rebounding nitong San Juan. But obviously you give up little shooting and quickness by putting Panganiban on the bench. Marquez pumunta rin sa bench.
By the way, this is the second time rather that Pasay has gotten into double overtime in this season. They won that was that triple overtime against Rizal on the road. They were able to persevere and get that win. So they're 1-0 in terms of games that went into at least double overtimes.
At dahil nabanggit mo yan, huwag ka sana magbilang anghel.
Let's see. Arvin Gamboa.
I thought he traveled. He changed his pivot foot.
2 former Mapuas going at it. Mintes yung 3 ni Aldrich Ramos. Pasay a chance to make this a 2-possession ball game as we are entering the last 2 minutes of the second overtime period.
Manliquez, he wants this possession against Orlan Wamar's defense.
Salenga is also cramping up.
Who wouldn't? If I'm being perfectly honest with you, I'm cramping up right now myself. This 2 overtimes, overtime and nakaupo lang tayo rito.
Hindi yung legs yung nagkakramp sa'yo, ha? Linawin lang natin, ha?
Yung bunga nga ko.
Salenga, Fajarito, both succumbing to cramps, and yet Pasay is up by 2. A chance to extend the lead to 4 if Manligues can make both. Gets the friendly roll on the first. Daryl Manligues with 15 points, 5 rebounds. Calmly sinks both. Pasay with their biggest lead at 4 points, 89-85. Wamar attacks and will head to the line again for 2 free throws. And first and 1, something you like with little time chipped off the clock. So Alex Angeles getting an early test here in the first round. Wamar sinks in the first. 89-86. Jasper Salenga still continuing to be attended to by their medical staff here. Wamar, naipasok pareho. 13, 7, and 5. 5 of 8 shooting from the line. Will check in for Cyrus Tabi.
Well, if Pasay pulls this one off, there's so many unsung heroes. Because Chavez Jr. was the one who set this game into overtime. Darren Manligues scoreless in the first half. But it feels like every time he has the basketball, he's been in control of every possession except that one.
Naagaw ni Orlan Wamar. Kick out. Soberano for the lead. It's good! AC with 8 triples for a total of 24 points.
What a crucial turnover by Pasay. Instead of extending it to a 2-possession ball game, Chavez Jr. for the 3. Wala, another offensive rebound for Pasay. But instead, San Juan turns that turnover into a 3 on the other end to take the lead.
Sangkong kick out. Chavez tries another one. It will bounce out again. Villapando with a rebound.
And that was a good look for Chavez Jr.
44 seconds remaining in the second overtime period. Both teams in penalty.
They're gonna use Wamar as a screener. Babalik din ang bola sa kanya.
Wamar fakes, drives, another fake. The pass to Arvin Gamboa, who draws closer, got bumped. And Soriano giving up that foul. 31.4 seconds left.
Dalawang bagay lang nakikita ko rito eh. Dalawang overtime na tayo and it's either players are holding their breath or holding their legs because of cramps. But this time, Soberano not holding that basketball too long. Catch, shoot, net.
And this is a guy that really struggled shooting the ball to begin the season. AC Soberano.
Tama. Tama ka dyan. Continue.
Gamboa closing in on a double-double as well.
And Soberano, correct me if I'm wrong, led the league last year in terms of 3-point percentage.
Tama.
There you go. Thank you. Akala ko talagang fatal na ang aking memory gap. May pag-asa pa.
Lumalaban pa.
Yes.
Wow. Both free throws put in by Arvin Gamboa. Not normally an efficient shooter from the line. Coming up clutch here. Extending the lead to 3 points. 92-89.
I'm surprised Pasay not taking a timeout. Still has 1 remaining. So I guess they have something designed here for Jasper Salenga with that zipper action. He's going to take a 3.
For free, it will roll out. Soyo the rebound.
They need to foul.
17 seconds to go. Wamar held on by Jopet Soriano. Salenga asking for a foul.
Penalty, he stood it.
He thought he got clipped on that attempt from beyond the arc.
Shooting two, Alden Juan.
Omar a chance to extend the lead. And he does. Has found his rhythm at the line. 6 out of 9. .7 rebounds and 7 assists. 2 for 2. 5 na ang lamang ng San Juan Knights. Timeout Pasay. Turbong Cuevas in attendance. And the mission for them remains the same, is to add another banner at the top of the Nueva Ecija Coliseum amidst this really raucous crowd inside the Novo Ecijanos lair. Later, we'll see Nueva Ecija take on Pangasinan in a very iconic showdown. But first, boy, what a game between San Juan and Pasay, number 3 versus number 6. And the fans here getting a treat early. 25-point lead by San Juan in the first half. And Pasay just chipped away at that lead slowly in the last 2 quarters. And that J.R. Chavez free forcing overtime. And then we're here needing 10 more minutes. Not 1 overtime, but 2 overtimes here in Palayan City. But Pasay needs some sort of a miracle here. Down by 5, 15.5 seconds left. No more timeouts for the Voyagers.
If you're Coach Alex Angeles, if you give up a basket right here, it's anything but a 3.
Tabi. Binigay kay Josh Galliano. Kick out. Manligues had to adjust that shot. And that's gonna do it. San Juan surviving that spirited rally by the Pasay Voyagers, and they will take game number 1